I'm Wally Amos. Read It Loud is a foundation that creates awareness about the benefits, the values, and the importance of parents, adults reading aloud to children from birth to age 6 for at least 10 minutes a day. If you do that, you will have a reader. The idea is not just to learn to read, but to have a thirst for words, a love for reading. Reading aloud works. It's been working for generations, and it works today. Read it loud! Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. The Beckoning Cat, and it's based on a Japanese folktale by Koko Nishizuka. The illustrations are by Roseanne Litzinger. Long, long ago, a young boy named Yohei lived with his father in a village by the sea. Every morning, when the sun peeked out over the ocean, he got up and went to the port to buy fish. He then sold the fish door to door, carrying them on 2 wooden barrels suspended from a pole balanced on his shoulders. Yohei worked hard, but he was still very poor.
There's one fish.
One little fish there, but he's on his way now to pick up fish. When his father became sick, Yohei worked even harder to earn money to buy medicine. But he could only carry 2 barrels of fish at a time. He sighed and wished he could sell more fish. So there's Yohei at the market. There's a gentleman buying fish from the fishmongers. People who sell fish, they call them fishmongers. One rainy evening, as Yohei was cooking rice at home, he heard a tap on his door. When he opened it, he found a cat shivering in the rain. Her white fur was splattered with mud. She meowed, asking to come in. And there is the cat outside of Yohei's door. On his body? What's on his body? Well, that's all there is to see. Yeah. Yeah. A poor stray cat, Yoshi said as he let her in and dried her with a towel. After serving dinner to his father, Yohei took some rice and half of the fish from his own meager plate and fed the cat. You guys know what meager means? Meager, if you don't have a lot. If you have just a meager amount, you only have a little bit. So Yohei and his family were very poor, so they did not have a lot. They had just a meager amount of food. So he fed the cat. When she finished eating, the cat jumped into Yohei's lap and rubbed her white fur against him. Yohei's stomach growled with hunger, but her purring made him happy. The next morning, the cat was gone. Where do you guys think the cat went? Huh? It was a stray? I don't know, maybe. Let's read and see. What is the father using to eat with? Chopsticks. 3 days later, when Yohei was in the village selling fish, his neighbor, Masa, came running toward him. Yohei, come home, your father has a high fever. So Yohei's father has gotten worse. Now he's more challenged than ever before. Yohei hurried home, carrying the barrels still heavy with fresh fish. When he arrived, the cat was standing by the door, but Yohei went right to his father. He put a cool, damp cloth on his father's forehead. Once his father was comfortable, Yohei looked at the fish and sighed. What shall I do? I can't go out to sell today, and the fish will spoil by tomorrow. So Yohei has a big problem now. He's got a sick father, and he's got all this fish that he just got. He needs to sell it because otherwise he won't have money for food or medicine to take care of his father. Suddenly there was a knock at the door. When Yohei answered, a young woman in a colorful silk kimono stood before him. Hello, how can I help you? Yohei asked in surprise. Are you a fishmonger? She asked, pointing to the fish in the wooden barrels. How funny, a cat calling a customer to a fishmonger. She laughed lightly, covering her mouth with her kimono sleeve. So there's the lady. How do you think she got to the house? By the cat. By the cat. Let's see what the cat did. What do you mean? Yohei asked. Isn't she your cat, the white one? As I left my sewing teacher's home, she meowed at me. After taking a few steps, she turned and waved her paw as if to say, come here, come here. She was so adorable that I followed her. Yohei was stunned. What happens when you are stunned? Shocked? Surprised? Surprised, yeah. Surprised, yeah. He told her how the cat had first visited him. What a remarkable cat, the young lady said, smiling. She must have called me here to buy your fish. Then she asked him to wrap 3 fish for her. Bowing, Yohei thanked her. Bowing is a big part of the Japanese culture. So the cat's pretty smart. The cat's pretty nice, huh? Soon after, Yohei heard another knock on his door. When he answered, he saw an old man who owned a large store in a nearby town. Hello, sir. What brings you here today? Yohei asked, surprised to see a rich merchant visiting his humble home. So it was your cat, the merchant said, his eyes widening. She must have heard me talking about fish. About fish? Yohei asked. So remember when the cat first came in also? He was out in the cold and had mud all over him. And Yohei was very kind to the cat. He cleaned the cat up, he helped the cat, then even gave the cat some of the fish that he had for his father and for himself. So he showed the cat a kindness, and now it seems like the cat is helping him in return. This morning my daughter-in-law had a baby boy. I wanted 10 large red snappers for a party I'm going to give in my grandson's honor. As soon as I left home to look for a fishmonger, your white cat came by and meowed, beckoning me with her paw. He waved his hand, mimicking the cat. I couldn't help following her, and here you are with all these fish. Yohei was so astonished that he told the merchant about his father and how the cat had come to his home. So the cat continues to serve and to bring more people into the house. My goodness, she's calling customers on your behalf, said the merchant. I have never heard of a cat repaying a kindness. These days, even people forget to show their gratitude. Then the merchant took out a silver coin, enough to buy a whole barrel of fish, and give it to Yohei. Here's the money for the snappers. Now, keep the change and go take care of your father. Yohei thanked the merchant over and over with deep, 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 deep bows. You know, there are a lot of people who think that only humans are able to really communicate. But many things show that all living creatures, human or otherwise, have forms of communicating, and that we all can feel the energy from each other. One after another, people came to Yohei's home, invited by the cat. By the afternoon, the fish in both barrels were gone. The customers praised his cat and promised to come back the next day. In this way, Yohei was able to sell his fish while taking care of his father. And there's a long line of people brought by the cat just waiting to buy fish. From that day on, the white cat lived with Yohei and kept inviting customers. People came from far away just to see the beckoning cat. Yohei sold more and more fish, and soon he was able to open his own shop. His father got better thanks to the medicine that Yohei was able to buy. All the other merchants wish they had a cat as clever as Yohei's cat. So he's got his store right there now, and he's got plenty of customers, and business is booming. And lots of fish. And that is how the beckoning cat became a good luck symbol in Japan. People began to make porcelain cats holding up one paw, like Yohei's cat. Merchants of all kinds put them in their stores in the hopes of bringing in new customers and welcoming old ones.
I've seen one of those before. They move their arms back and forth.
Yes, yes, absolutely. They're all over in Asian countries and in Asian businesses. But everybody has. When I had my chip and cookie stores, people brought me the beckoning cat, and I put it right up. So it is a sign of good luck. And this is how it all came to pass. There. See, there they are. Yes, sir?
That's like they're both twins.
Yeah, they all look pretty much the same. Sometimes they come in different colors. Sometimes they'll have messages on the front of them. So the next time you go to Japan or even to an Asian restaurant in America or in Hawaii, which is a part of America, look for the beckoning cat perched on the counter. If she is there, you will know why. So the next time you guys go to a restaurant or go to a store and you see the beckoning cat, then you'll know why. Thanks for reading, guys. Thanks for being a great audience. Bye-bye.